There will be times when you might become curious about a facet of the language, or you might just wish to view some reference material or look up some details about the standard global objects or statement syntax. Maybe you're just stuck. At such times, my favorite JavaScript reference is the Mozilla Developer Network. The URL for the JavaScript information is this one on the screen here. Let's take a look. This is the main portal in the Mozilla Developer Center for JavaScript-based information. The JavaScript guide here is excellent and a thorough guide to the language. It's well worth reading if you want an in-depth understanding. And finally, if you are just looking for reference material, then the JavaScript reference is the place to go. I'm working on some code to calculate the circumference of a circle. I have a simple function called calculate circumference. The input is the diameter of the circle. It multiplies it by 3.14, an approximation for pi, and then outputs the value. If I run that, it works. It tells me the circumference of my circle is 12.56. However, I know from other sources that 12.56 is not an especially accurate result. So I'm going to go have a look in the JavaScript reference to see if I can get a better outcome. Select the JavaScript reference. Now I remember seeing a math library, which is here, and if I have a look in there, there's a whole heap of constants, which is great, and one of them is pi, which could be very helpful for my problem. So I'll go and I'll try that. I'll replace my pi approximation with the standard JavaScript pi, math.pi. And that gives me a much better result. But now there's more decimal places than I actually care about. So I wonder if I can format that in a nicer way. Go back to the Mozilla Developer Center and the JavaScript reference. I think that it's worth taking a look at the number type to see if there's anything here that might help. There's a whole lot of things on the number. The toFixed method says it returns a string representing the number in fixed point notation. That sounds interesting. Turns out that the toFixed method correctly formats a number to the number of decimal places that you specify. So for my little circumference calculator, I'd like to see 3 decimal places. So when I write the output, I can just add toFixed 3, and now when I run that, I get a value that's correctly formatted to 3 decimal places and calculated with JavaScript's pi constant.